Hey YouTube, how goes it? So you may remember a couple days back we did the official unboxing and first impressions of Lenovo's Legion 7i laptop, and it was an exciting one. Check out the video if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now if you know anything about the way I do reviews for gaming laptops, you know that I always do a practical gaming test right after the first impressions, and in this video we're doing exactly that. Now as with all my practical gaming tests, what I do is I take a bunch of mainstream AAA titles and I basically put them at the highest possible setting the particular laptop can support, and then I basically run a frame counter so you guys can see how this game would perform if you had this laptop. Now before I go into the practical gaming test, just a quick recap of the specifications on this particular configuration of Legion 7i. We have a Core i7 quad-core processor, we have 16GB of DDR4 RAM, we also have the RTX 2060 with 6GB of VRAM on this particular model. Furthermore, we have a 500GB SSD, you also have Wi-Fi 6, and lastly, you have a 1080p screen that runs at a 144Hz refresh rate. Final thing before we move on to the gaming test, I want to give you guys a huge thank you. Thanks to you guys, we now have 450 plus subscribers on this channel. We also have over 60,000 views. That may be a small milestone, but it means a lot to me. Thank you so much for your support. I won't take any more of your time. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing on this channel. Let's get started.
Cool, homies. Man, shit. Hey, remember we gotta be careful with these rides, homie. The Simeon ain't about to dot my peg yet.
Homie, man, if you need some bread, I can hook you up with JB's tow truck. It ain't got glamour, but it's some money to be made.
So him and Tanya can smoke crack in peace? Homie, I'm good. Get out the way! Get off the road!
Let's go, people. Spotted the bomb carrier. On the ground. We're one lone bad guy.
That makes 3 left. They've got the bomb.
Everything is going to be all right.
one host.
Val, it's now or never.
Now come to me. Come to me and be reborn in service of the Sleeper.
Purifiers only serve mankind, demon.
I do not request. I command.
Purity and sacrifice!
You are no human, but you will bow all the same. Burn!
What the hell's happening to you?
Come on, Roach.
Come closer, stranger.
So now that you guys have seen what the Legion 7i is capable of, it's worth noting that this is just a particular configuration. You can also get the Legion 7i in a RTX 2070 and higher configuration, but at least with the base model, you now know what the minimum results will be. As you may have noticed, that 16GB of RAM makes all the difference. A lot of budget gaming laptops only offer 8GB of RAM, and you need 16 in 2020 to actually be able to have a smooth gaming experience. Now, in terms of settings, most games ran at the highest possible setting. However, there were some games that still couldn't. For example, Doom Eternal ran on Nightmare settings, which is not the highest, not even the second highest, it's actually the third highest setting. The reason for this is because that is a very new game and it has a lot going on. With that being said though, running at that particular setting, you saw I was consistently running 60 plus FPS and it was a very smooth experience, and that was the case for most of the other games. Now I will say this much, this particular configuration of the Lenovo Legion 7i does not have a vapor chamber, which basically means you have a standard heat pipe system. The higher configurations do, particularly the RTX 2070 and onwards configurations. This is a bit of a mismarketing in my opinion by Lenovo. They don't actually specify which ones do and which ones don't, and that's a little uncool in my opinion. Now moving past performance, in terms of battery life, I didn't actually run any official benchmarks because I like to do practical reviews before I run the statistical numbers. There's already plenty of those on the internet. I found on average, if you're gaming on ultra high settings, you'll be lucky to get a full hour of gaming on most AAA titles without it being plugged in on battery life, especially if you have performance mode on. Now with that being said, if you are doing day-to-day activities, you can easily squeeze 2 to 3 hours from this laptop, but honestly speaking, if you are looking for a laptop that gives you great battery life, gaming laptops are not the place to go to. These have short battery life because they obviously drain a lot of power. I hope you guys enjoyed this gaming benchmark test as well as the post-analysis review. Keep in mind, obviously these tests are subjective to a degree. For example, I had this laptop plugged in the whole time, so the games were obviously in performance mode with peak energy input. With that being said, this gives you a general idea of how these games will perform at the base configuration level. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing and helping me grow. Once again, thank you so much for watching and all your support. Until next time, Soul of Tech, logging out.